So what I want you to do is I want you to do the arrow notation. So write your name. Arrow notation for magnesium. Now when you're done, bring it on up here and make a pile. Okay? Don't talk to anybody about this. This is not a group activity. I want to check and see what I need to work on this hour. So this is what we call a quick check. I'm going to see where you're at and what you're confused about. So don't be threatened by this. Just try. When you bring it up here and make the pile, as you're going back to your seat, you're going to take one of each of these. Did you look at the stuff that we went through yesterday in the folder? Oh. When you're gone, you need to do that, okay? Okay.
We just put our student ID on there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, did you get your board and your writing utensil? You should be able to get an eraser. Make sure your board's clean. Go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do this one, but I need everybody's answer. I'm just missing a couple. Okay, so on your board, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do magnesium together, okay? So if you could, make sure you have this sheet. Also make sure you have your table out, okay? So we're looking at a step-by-step process here. Step-by-step process for arrow notation for magnesium. So the first thing you're going to do is you write down the symbol. That's the first thing you do. So if you don't understand the process, here's your step-by-step. You should have your notes out and you're writing these step-by-steps down, so then every time you do one of these problems, you can look at the step-by-step. Step 1, write the symbol down. Step 2, look up the atomic number. The atomic number of magnesium is 12. So that means I have 12 protons and 12 electrons. We're not working with protons because we know they're in the nucleus. We're placing our electrons, so that's what we're going to put right there. You always write the atomic number, no matter what you're doing, no matter what subject you're in, whether you're in biology or chemistry or physics, you always write the atomic number there. Then you begin the process, and your process starts with your energy sheet. And one of our rules is we always start at 1s, and the number of lines is the number of circles. So I have one circle, so I'm going to draw one line, and then I'm going to write a 1s under it. Right? And how many electrons does S hold? 2. So my electrons are arrows, and then I'm going to put a superscript of 2. Make sure it's a superscript, because if it's just a normal 2, that means something else. If it's a subscript, that means something else. So it has to be a superscript. So I now have 10 more electrons left to place. Okay, so this right here, I have to get to magnesium, and right now I'm at helium. So this is the electron configuration for helium. I don't want helium, I want magnesium. So now I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue up. Sometimes we might have to go over, and you have to zigzag back and forth every once in a while. We're always moving up. So I have 2s. How many lines does 2s have? How many circles are there? 1. Thank you, Paige. And you have 2. All right. Then, now I have 2 plus 2 is 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. I have 8 electrons yet to place. So I'm going to keep going. So I'm moving up. I'm going to shift over to 2p. I have 3 lines to draw. And I'm going to hand my electrons out evenly, right? Now I'm at 10. So I'm at neon. And I need to get to magnesium. So I have 2 more electrons to place. So what's next after 2p? 3s. And that has 2 electrons. To check, I'm going to say 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2. That should equal 12. And this is the answer that you should have on your sheet. You're going to do that every single problem like this. I had 1, 2, 3 people miss the 3s. 2 people didn't write it down. 1 person wrote 4s instead of 3s. So the 4s person jumped from here all the way up to here. So did I answer everybody's questions? So I should have showed the people that didn't know how to do it, how to do it. I should have shown the people that missed those pieces where those pieces are. So now everybody should be crystal clear on how to do it. Yes?
Okay, so if it was like, I don't know, one where there was only like 8, and not all of them were 2 of those.
So do you want to do oxygen?
Sure.
Do you want to do oxygen? Oxygen is 8.
Okay, but
Let's do it. So I start with 1s because that's where you always start. You always start at the bottom with the yellow circle. Then I go to 2s. Then I go to 2p. Now I only have 4 more electrons to place because 4 plus 2 plus 2 is 8, right? Does that make sense? So how many arrows am I going to put on these 3 lines? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense?
no.
Did I answer your question?
No.
No?
The question was, would you still put like a superscript of 6 and 2p? Because you only use 4 of the electrons now.
Nope. This is exactly what you would write.
Okay.
You only write down the electrons that you put on the lines. You don't write down what they were supposed to be. There's supposed to be 6, you're right, but there's only 4. So what does that tell you about oxygen's chemistry? It should have 6. It has 4. So what's oxygen going to do? It's going to react to get what? What's it supposed to have? What did you want to write down? You wanted to write down 6, remember? Right? Didn't you? So it has 4. It's going to react to get what? 6. So that's the chemistry I'm trying to teach you. Okay? And every element has that story. So now that you know how to do this, you're going to be able to tell that element's story. Right? And this is all based on energy. What type of energy? Because remember, this is an energy diagram. What type of energy is this? Was like, I spent 2 whole days trying to teach it to you. And then all the time before break, you did a lab on it. And you looked at graphs. Ionization energy. The amount of energy to remove an electron. That's what this all has to do with. We're using that to do this. Okay? Does that make sense? Do you see how I'm trying to connect and draw a picture for you? Okay, so you have a whiteboard in front of you. Please write down the answer to number 1 for your homework. If you didn't have a chance to do your homework, you know how to do this now. And you can write the answer to number 1. It should take up your whole board. You don't have to write it microscopically. We're going to put one answer on the board. We're going to hold the board up so I can see it. And I'm going to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if you get a thumbs down, then you have to fix it. If you get a thumbs up, then you can go to the next problem. The problem is, I'm up here, you're back there, so you have to write big. You're going to have to write bigger. It should take up the whole board. Trying, not crying. You need to clean your board. Do you have a happy cleaning agent? Clean your board? You don't have your excellent. That's so good. I can't see that. Can you write that down? Thank you, Emma. Nice work. Once you get your thumbs up, you're going on to the next problem.
Do you still want us to write down magnesium?
Yep.
Yeah,
If it-
just so you know, it's 'cause I don't-
Oh, it's in your in the
it's
folder.
in there.
Yep. It's yesterday's folder. There's not an exponent by the p. That is not right. There's not an exponent by the p. And don't be afraid to talk to your friends. Is the exponent by the p a 1? Oh, it's not there. Oh, sorry. Okay, magnesium. Yes. Do you see what was different between what you had?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Do you see why you have to put that 1 by the P? Okay, keep going. Oh, that one's not right. No. That one's not. I haven't seen any of yours yet. Okay, so I gave you the step-by-step process. Did you write them down? The step-by-step? Okay, so were you putting your hand up and advocating for yourself and saying, hey, I don't understand this? Okay, so we're going to have to stop. Peyton. I'm going to reteach it, okay? So I'm going to reteach it because there's enough people that aren't getting these right. I'm going to reteach it. So I'm going to do S. Peyton, you got to interact with me, okay? So I'm doing number 3 right here. Okay? So the first step is to write the symbol down. Are you okay with that step? Yes? Can you write the symbol down? Okay. Can you get a marker that actually writes? Throw that one away. Somebody want to throw him a marker? Please say Peyton. Okay, Peyton, the next thing you do is you write the atomic number by the S. So where do you find the atomic number at? Nope, you write it right here. Where did I teach you to write it? You read it right there. That's where it goes. Right here. Okay. Now, you look at the sheet, and you write down 1S, and then you put the number of lines equivalent to the number of circles. So how many circles are there? So then how many lines am I going to have? Can you write that down? And then you got to put 2 electrons in there. And your electrons are in the shape of arrows. Can you draw the arrows on the line? It doesn't matter. As long as one goes up and one goes down. It's actually just a 50-50 chance. Okay? Then you got to write down how many arrows you put on the line right here as an exponent. Nope. Right here. Okay. Now, I have placed 2. So that means I have 8 left, because 2 minus 10 is 8, right? So now I got to go to the next circle. What's the next circle in our picture? Going up.
Why are we doing 10 at 16?
What? Say that louder.
Why are we doing 10 at 16?
It's not 16, it's 10. Where are you getting the 16? What? You told me the atomic number was 10. Oh, okay. Well, then we need to do 16. Okay, so now we have to place 14. Still the same question. Where are we going to go now? What's this arrow say? This arrow right here. What's it say to do? Go up. Okay, so what's the next circle up? Okay. So how many circles are there? How many lines are you going to draw? What are you going to put under the line? What's under the circle? Okay, so what are you going to put under the line? Perfect. What are you going to put in there? On the line?
Arrows.
How many? How many arrows go on the line? Yep, that was our rule that we wrote down yesterday. So where do we write that? Where do we write how many arrows we put on the line? Yeah, we do. Yeah. Okay. All right, so now we played 4 out of the 16. We have 12 left. What's next here? 2p. So how many lines we're going to draw for that? No. How many circles are there? So how many lines are we going to draw? How many lines? 3. How are you going to put your electrons in there? Okay, but you got to hand them out evenly. Like you're handing out cards. And then since you got 6 in there, where am I going to put my 6? What are you going to write under the lines? Okay, do you have a 2p written down? You got to write it in the middle under all of them. Just like it is on the paper. It's a perfect model. Okay, and then how many arrows do you have?
6.
Where are you going to put that? Great. So now we have 6 plus 2 plus 2. That's 10. I have 6 more. So do I keep going or do I stop?
Most likely have to keep going.
Okay, what's next then? No, look here. 2p, what's next? 3s? How many lines does 3s have? 1. How come you have 2 drawn?
I assume it can be more than 6.
Nope. Okay. Well, you gotta write down how many arrows you put in there. Okay. Now, how many do we have left?
4.
4. Okay, what's next? 3p. What am I gonna do for that?
Draw 3 lines.
Okay. Good. What am I gonna write under it?
3B.
What am I gonna put in there?
Arrows.
How many?
4.
But you gotta hand them out evenly, and you're not doing that. Watch how I do it. It's like you're handing out cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta give 1 card to each person, and then go back to the beginning. And then what do we do?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know.
4.
4. Now you know how to do electron configuration, so you can't leave anything blank anymore, because you know. Okay. Everybody knows how to do number 3 now. That's the answer to number 3. So we're skipping to number 4. If you've already done neon, then you can do beryllium. So now everybody's doing neon. If you've already done neon, you can do beryllium and hold it up. And if you've successfully done beryllium, then you can move on to the sheet that I have in the folder for you. Jordan, did you put yours up already? Did you put beryllium up already? Oh no. Did you put neon up already? So you're either doing neon or beryllium. Thank you. That's neon. Good job. Good job. Good job. Did you do neon yet? Any? Let's see it. Nice work. I want you to do neon now. You skipped it. Yes?
What do you want us to go through?
I would like you to do the worksheet assignment for the day. This one right here, worksheet number 1. Open it up and you're going to do the problem. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Once you get done with beryllium, what? If you have space. Yeah. So these are longer. Okay. These are longer. Notice borium. That one has 107 electrons you're going to place. You're going to draw 107 arrows. Some people don't like so I put a new one in. It doesn't have the circles. The circles are confusing some people. This one is upside down. Start with one S. This doesn't have the number of circles, so if you know it's an S, you know you have to have one line. A P, you're going to have 2 lines. But this kind of is after 6, D and 7. Tells you 7s and 8s, which you might need for some of these. These N's are your periods, right? These are your periods, and I heard that because you guys are used to starting at the bottom. So you start down here and you just follow the line. This is exactly the same as this one. This one right here, though, tells you how many lines to draw. Do you see that? This one doesn't tell you how many lines. This one's a little bit more advanced step-by-step process. Okay? So let's continue. And you're working on this the whole rest of the time, and I'm helping you if you need it. So you're doing this. You can put your boards away. You're doing this on a clean sheet of paper. I need to see that, Peyton. Beautiful. So erase your boards and put them away. I'm helping you if you need it. You do calcium or magnesium. So you just started homework? Okay. You're going to need a clean sheet of paper to do that. So, no excuses for not knowing because I can answer your questions very quickly. The problem is you have to ask. Okay? Okay, you gotta get your Chromebook out and you gotta look up the problem. So it's worksheet number 1. You discover something and do it yourself. Remember, every time I have you do something, it's for a point. So there's a hidden point behind this, and I want you to be thinking about it as you do these problems. It's kind of like the, what's that thing that's streaming on Netflix right now? The Karate Guy. The Cobra Kai. The Cobra Kai guy is really evil. Hopefully you never think of me as him, but he reminds me of my first grade teacher. The Cobra Kai guy. The Mr. Miyagi guy, because I'm old school Karate Kid. The people that he's training, everything he has that he has his kids do, there's a purpose. I'm like that. There's a purpose behind what you're doing here. Okay? And I'm here to help you. So make sure you have your little thing out. I can check it. Yep, you go to 3D. So after 4S, you go to 3D. So what happens if you go past this? Then you're going to have to pull up that other one that I have. Oh, yeah. And 0. Number 2. You want me to take a look at it? How are you doing? Good? Are you about to do number 1? You have everything right here. You do need to do number 1. So go ahead and start doing it. If you need help, raise your hand. I'm happy to help you. Remember, you're working as a team. You're not competing against each other. So you're working with your partner, too. You can turn and talk to them. They're very friendly, kind people. Yeah. You just keep climbing. So this is the next step up, then it's this, then it's this, then it's that, then it's this, then it's that. Just keep going. So you want me to draw lines? there any way I can help you?
Page 7 that's
No.
and also
Wait, so 5F comes after 7F?
yeah, I'm using
Yes.
Okay.
Think about it. 7S is right here, and then it goes down here, and then it comes back.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then it goes to the bottom.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're working until the bell, which is 45. You have about 4 minutes left. Don't pack up yet. But this is what you need to have done when you come to class tomorrow. We're going to open up class just like we opened it up today with our mindful moment, and then we'll do the whiteboards, okay? All right? Well, actually, I'll probably do a quick check, and we'll do whiteboards. And then I'll ask you your opinion. What was I trying to teach you? What did you notice? You're going to notice something, because your brain is always looking for shortcuts. And there's a reason why I had you do BH second. I want you to be looking and thinking, figuring out what's the shortcut here.